Good afternoon, and welcome to Heimdall's Watch, brought to you today by years and years of engineering and technological innovation.
So last we met our heroes.
Who are they? Oh, the anti-heroes. Yeah, nice, I get it.
There's some guys who just passed ways in the markets.
Hi, we're just gonna go and kill a dragon.
It's like the scene in Shaun of the Dead where the two groups just pass each other. So you guys followed a scrying lead.
Leland's vision.
Strictly speaking, we followed my vision to like a random house barn in the countryside and just fucked up everybody inside the barn. And like counting that back, I mean, oh wait, no, there was like a blue candle rune there. No, we do have the right people. I'm just like, do we have the right people? Maybe we just went.
Yeah, they held a knife to me.
They were ex-convicts. I mean, we're all ex-convicts, except for maybe Goody Two-Shoes over there.
That's true.
10
But
ex-convicts
they did pull a
ruining it for
knife on
ex-convicts.
I mean, but
We're
yeah,
in Scotland.
you intruded into their barn. Like, they were within their rights as homeowners.
As squatters.
Oh,
Squatters'
it's-
rights.
It's more of a feudal sort of system, so really the
All right.
Lord owned the land, so we had every right to be there.
I mean, it's fine. I'm sure it's fine. We'll look.
Maybe they were sovereign citizens, though.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. You've got a naval flag. This is illegal.
They don't recognize our authority. So anyway, we went into a barn and we
This
fucked
is
up a
one
bunch
barn seceded from the rest of Gesserek.
We did nothing wrong.
Actually, it was pretty good. Like one of them got killed by a drow, and the rest of them were subdued peaceably.
Typically, the Drow has to kill at least one person per police action.
It's far less casualties than usual.
Yeah,
It is
significantly less. I think your last major incursion, you blew up a cave.
Oh, yes.
Okay. And you guys have got basically, Spider-Man the villains all together?
That's the verb, I think.
Yeah, the verbiage.
Appropriate.
Waiting for the carpers to rock up.
And have the uniforms coming to collect. And waiting for them. That is our plan.
That's it. Like, I think leaving them there tied up is just like, I'm sure they'll be
for
fine.
trouble.
Let's like the big ones can look after the little ones.
I'm sure they find us that light a cigarette, just put the match in the pile of hay in the corner of the barn. Oh, well, everything will work out okay in the end.
They weren't on fire when I left.
How could this have happened? It is a mystery. Must have been a terrible... Must have been one of that, like, wheat silo things. You know, that happens from time to time. They explode.
It's usually because of some form of, naked flame.
Yeah, well, that's what
It's lightning.
all the upstairs is, isn't
It
it?
was
Like,
lightning.
there's fire everywhere up here. That's my report
Just
back
look
to the
at that big ball of
Drowland.
fire.
There is fire everywhere. It happens all the time.
You have a giant ball of fire in the sky above you for
That's
like
right.
half of the day. That's insane.
Unexpected fire is a matter for the court.
Okay.
Yeah, we called in using our badges.
Yep. You actually, I think, for possibly the first time, have actually just done cop work. Like,
No, that's
honest
not-
to goodness,
That's not true.
cop work.
That's all I've got.
We've done cop work. I'm pretty sure our first adventure
Yeah, that was like a...
we arrested
Yeah,
people.
you did arrest people.
We
yeah.
confiscated things.
Yep.
We interrogated. We do cop shit all the time. What are you talking about?
Technically, because we are cops, everything we do is cop shit.
He has you
Deal
there.
with it.
I don't think what you did in the gnome village can be remotely classed as cop shit.
And I was on leave.
Sabbatical.
It wasn't approved. It was technically AWOL.
It wasn't. Yeah, there was no sort of leave approval. I was like, I'm going. Bye.
Also, I don't think AWOL counts when you are like literally a prisoner.
Don't bring in your...
It was
Technicalities.
escaped, temporarily escaped, foolishly returned.
Show me in the rules where it says that. Show me.
All right,
don't do this.
not like
Got him.
this.
Don't do this.
Got him.
Don't do this.
Then
Show
after
me
the
the
rules,
rules.
I want to see the game policy that clearly lays out the difference between absent without leave, leave without... No, let's please play the game.
I think we should just drop the entire investigation and head back to the temple so we can start going through the books.
What books?
The guidebooks.
I roll a policy check. Oh no!
The enforcing legislation that led to
It's the HR,
our temple
all
being
the
charged
HR
with the
documents.
duties and
We're gonna have to form 2 committees at least.
a subcommittee.
Of course.
Yeah. And a steering committee.
Well, how else are the committees gonna work?
This is why nothing ever happens in
Bureaucracy.
either the bureaucracy or
The
our
beauty
games.
of bureaucracy.
I'm helping.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I've always thought we had a distinct like a bureaucracy.
Okay. The regular constabulary will be about half an hour, 45 minutes to get out to there. What do you?
Were we
want
going to
do?
disguise ourselves?
Well, we've got
For
there's
initial
a
sorta-
rune on the wall that we understand if you touch, you'll be teleported to or jumped. I believe was the term to where they're going, where they are supposed to be rendezvousing. I think was what we got out of the person that was very helpful and told us everything we wanted to know through like no magic means. They were just very very helpful people until time ran out and then they stopped being helpful
nice.
unexpectedly.
Now, how many people here can make themselves invisible?
I can make all of us invisible,
Oh, there we go. See?
Oh, easy.
Absolutely correct.
but I can also make myself look like anyone.
Well, I guess my only concern about going into the place through this magical entry means we're kind of trapped. Well, not trapped. Ways to get out, but it's like a one and done deal, and it seems kind of bad to go into a spot where we have no idea where it is, what's going on. Seems kind of ridiculous.
Do you have another idea?
No, I'm just saying the deal that we have is really, really fucking bad. I mean, sure. I can guarantee my safety and survival. Can't guarantee yours though.
Why are you looking at me?
Now that you've seen the person who did the jumping runes, can you scry on them?
That's true.
Potentially.
Can you just...
That was less useful than I thought it was going to be, though.
Well, we're here
True.
right now, aren't we? So it kind of worked.
Well, yeah, but like... I don't know if I did it before, but I need to... I know I used up both my spell slots last session. So, while we're having this conversation, I'm going to do the thing. Do the thing? I'm going to do the thing, Ryan.
I love that thing.
Ooh.
Oh, I must have already done it. I used both my spell slots last session, getting it out of that. I will replenish both of those from Roderick, so
Okay.
I am back on 2 spell slots.
How exciting.
I don't know how effective scrying is. I don't...
Well, it's either we use that, go through here, or we identify where they are and do like a
Send
outside
wave
sort of
after
assault.
wave of men through the portal.
Yeah,
I mean,
with
the
backup maybe.
the range on our badges will go from here to somewhere in the city, right? Generally?
Well, it's called in the constabulary.
Yeah, cool. I can disguise myself as one of the guys that we got captured
Mm-hmm.
and just go and tell you what's going on the other side. Leland's fearless, and he can teleport.
The first thing.
If anything
the
happens, he can
teleport
just...
thing I
And
can get
he is very good at
confirmed.
running away.
I can run away.
He's
Ah,
very good at that.
We have experience with this.
but that would give
Part
it,
of the problem with
but
that...
that'd give it away straight away, though, wouldn't it?
What do you
And
mean?
well, if that let's say that happens and you successfully run away, then they know the gig's up and they scatter.
But I'll know where they are. I'll know where I am.
Yeah, but they'll also know that you know that we know that they know that we know that I know. Ah, but they'll basically find out that the cops know where they are and they'll scatter pretty quickly.
Okay, hold on. This is in character, right? This is an in-character conversation right now? Cool. You say that like I'm going to get caught. I'm not going to get caught.
He's gonna get caught.
He's dead.
I'm going to be magically disguised as one of these chumps and use my
Cool. I'll do the thing and say, can we please start a recruitment process for another member of our little third-party group? Just get the paperwork started.
I'm just saying. You're
I have
Just get in touch
Full
with
confidence.
You're not
In your
giving
ability,
you're not
Roland.
giving any consideration to this working out well, and only looking at this instantly failing. And I just want to say,
Yes, how dare I use past instances to work out how this is going to go. Look, I'm open to be pleasantly... I'm a drought.
Hold on
I'm
a
open
second.
to be pleasantly
I've actually been
surprised.
frighteningly competent in when we've been doing these things before.
Frighteningly.
Frighteningly competent.
As in
I'm
frightened
as
of his
scared
own
as you guys
competence.
are. Leland may talk like an unrealistically big game and be like a dumb shit, but also we've like been very successful with everything we've done.
I think that's mostly because of the murdering, though. But, yeah, let's... Look, I'm not putting myself at risk. I love this plan.
And what I can do is go through there disguised as whoever, and then scout out what's on the other side of this thing. And if the coast is clear, I can tell you guys to come through.
I agree. It's no risk to me. I'm all for it.
All right.
Okay, we can wait.
I'm going to need that Archwolf paperwork. I just...
Okay, so you have a plan?
yeah.
I don't think calling this a
Once-
plan is like a
So if you go
a
far
good,
away,
a
though...
good use of the English language.
So you're going to go there,
Mm.
scout it out,
Mm.
not get caught, and either tell us a good time to go through the portal so we can do something, or tell us where it is.
Or just we never hear from you again.
Or or that.
That's a strong possibility. Can I have your stuff? No, you'll be fine. You're coming back. It's fine. So what
I feel like Leland has a very specific sort of will and testament sort of setup. It's like, if I am missing for X amount of time without checking in, burn all my stuff,
Yes, well,
including my browser
Blast
history.
my cash.
Drought are notorious for following Lumberfoot's laws, so you'll be fine. So,
Yes.
is that the plan? You go there and either tell us that we can go through, or tell us where it is,
Yeah.
and all we have to do is just like wait here.
Are you gonna do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys are cool with this like temporarily splitting the party. You could be invisible and come with me.
But then who's gonna watch Hannah?
Yeah, you're right.
You're right. You should go.
It's okay.
No, you should go.
I'll help you look
No,
after
isn't
the
it-
prisoners.
He's gonna need the help. Go. It'll be
There's
fine.
a tiefling there that we killed. I will disguise self as the tiefling.
That was the one that Hannah killed out in there.
Yep, and like whatever random ass weapons he had just on him,
Oh, here they are.
I will grab those.
He did actually take them, so yeah. It was like
Okay.
it was like a dueling dagger and a rapier, if I remember right.
To complete the disguise.
I want those back.
Yeah, sure.
I value them worth 400 gold, so they give those back. I'll take 400 gold.
What did that guy sound like?
I don't know. I killed him. I didn't talk to him.
You did talk to him.
He did say words.
I don't listen.
I don't.
I think he said like
I-
this.
I
Hey,
can-
look at me, I'm a stupid dead tiefling. Me, me, me,
I
me.
That is
think
what tieflings
I think
do
I
sound
can
like.
There we go.
categorically say I probably didn't do a voice.
You would have heard them at the very start when they yelled down to the people downstairs about me in the rafters.
But he was the steely assassin type, so I'm guessing him being sort of like aloof and quiet will work. Yeah. This is like Leland getting into character. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna like,
No, typically
Makes a-
assassins
makes a-
are
makes a
loud
grim
and
face.
boisterous. That's what they least expect.
grim tiefling face. Okay, I got this.
Well, good luck. We're all counting on you.
How long does this guy self last for? That's a good question.
It's an hour.
It's an hour, and I can just cast it again after that. But
Oh, you just sort of went really weird and wobbly there for a moment. No, never mind that.
like it's about like 45 minutes. Like I gotta go to the bathroom. Gotta take a shit.
This is Admiral Rick. Good enough.
Leland whips off a quick salute.
And wait for the people to arrive so that we can actually leave if we can leave straight away.
Yeah, right.
You know what might be
Just-
cool? Maybe like a
This
task
plan
force
is cool.
I request a task, like a SWAT team. Like the soldier dudes that came with us before. Like some of those.
We're going to be possibly going into another
Okay, so
situation.
you
We
put the call
are-
through to...
Outnumbered considerably. We may need some
I mean,
regular brute force.
we do know that where this is where we're sort of inferring, but I don't think it's too much of a leap to say where we're going is where all the criminals that we're trying
That's
to
correct.
apprehend
So
are.
either have people ready to either go like, you can tell us where it is, and then we can get them to surround and get ready, or I have like a human lumberfoot shield wall in front of me so I don't die as we go through this portal thing.
We're planning an op.
It's gone from a caper to an operation, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so you're putting the call through on the thing to Rotha?
Yep.
And he's just
Be prepared.
responding back. He's like, the troops will take some time to round up.
How long's that?
Well, I'd have to contact through to Thor's temple to get you military folk. Otherwise, most of our forces are out, scattered around, basically doing similar to what you guys are doing.
Just have them live and ready to converge when we have a location.
I can work with that.
Tell you what, how many are coming to meet us and these people that are arrested?
You have a squad, half a dozen coming through to gather and document these ones.
So you can probably drag them back and we can take 4 through us if we need to.
Yeah.
Careful,
Just
they are
sit here and
rookies.
watch. Oh, we were all rookies once.
Don't get them killed.
Oh, is that an order?
Suggestion.
Nice. We'll take 5.
All right, so you're waiting for the cavalry
Sure.
on ponies, I guess. Just calling them rookies. Riding in on corgis.
Dire corgis.
Apparently, it's just a unit of gnomes riding corgis into battle.
According to Welsh folklore, fairies rode corgis.
I was close. I can see that.
Yeah,
It's weird, but I can see it.
and it works. In an upsetting Welsh kind of way.
So the troops arrive.
They also bred a dog that is distinctly lacking in legs.
Take that, the Welsh. Sorry for the one Welsh lesson we have.
More the corgi fanciers.
The corgis are amazing.
Okay. About 35, 40 minutes passes.
Where's a cop when you actually need them?
You're cops.
I said an actual cop, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, about 35, 40 minutes passes, and you hear the sound of a...
What?
Yeah, something like that.
Hello,
Wait a
hello,
second.
hello.
Jesus Christ. Well, I'm glad I did a half-hour time jump, otherwise this is going real slow. And, yeah, the squadron of half a dozen come through and start sort of, untying the ropes and basically individually binding each of the guys. And just, one's taking down notes and documenting, and it's like, which one of you is in charge?
Oh, that's me.
The tiefling.
I laugh. Just no reason.
Are you in costume at the moment? You're in disguise?
Oh, hold on a second. This will be confusing. And then I'm tiefling. I'm like, it's me. It's Officer
Oh.
Larko.
Officer.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was undercover.
Very well done.
Right? Yeah.
It's impressive.
Yeah. Magic.
Is this everyone you got?
Yeah.
And the
So
body
far.
outside as well? That's...
Oh, yeah, take that too, I guess. To the...
I'll let nature take its course. Circle of life sort of stuff.
Yeah, like leave it for the wolves.
Yeah.
Don't...
The wolves.
Oh, God. We'll dispose it. We'll get that.
One's
taken away.
technically not a prisoner because,
It's dead.
it's dead. Really, they're not called prisoners anymore. They're
He was
called
dead when we got here.
internal affairs investigations.
I go outside and just like drop a series of daggers and swords near him.
What we call them is a victim of justice.
So
Anything to report back as we take these guys?
we're keeping like 4 of these guys.
I'm looking at them like, how green do they look?
Fairly. Most of the people that are even slightly competent are off doing actual work. The people they're sending just to like follow behind and clean up are the green ones.
All right.
Yep.
Real talk, you two. I know that if we take 4 of these people to go with us and all 4 of them die, I won't lose any sleep. It'll be fine. Like,
Because you're a literal monster.
yeah, it's good. But I'm not gonna answer for you two. If you two feel that it's not appropriate to take these little children into battle, then so be it. Cultural differences. I'm respecting your cultural differences. For once.
Leland steps in front of the rookies. Is like, we have a suicide mission. Who's volunteering?
You see 6 pairs of eyes just sort of looking at you and then just sort of actively not looking at you.
Oh look, and
then sort of
this
hear,
may
like,
be
one
a
sort of like a
this may be a communication issue. Like, it's not like suicide. Like, we want you to like kill yourselves here. No, you'll go through us to this portal thing where other people will probably kill you.
They know what a suicide mission is. They're
Oh,
not
is that-
idiots.
oh, is that what that
You guys
means?
aren't idiots, right?
Because I thought suicide was when like, you
No.
kill yourself, not. Oh,
Right? Yeah.
that's a nice little nuance. I like it.
Pop was just going to tell them to please take these prisoners back to the temple. All of you.
thank you, sir. One of them is like visibly like sweating, and it's a cold night.
It'll be fun. Come on.
Except for that one.
No, take Soggy over here. You're not taking greenskins in with you.
No.
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 Worth a shot.
We'll
Have
be
you-
it'll be easy without them.
Won't be as fun though.
Or as many, innocent corpses.
I like to see them as I see them more as like a blade of armor. For each one of them that dies,
Are you saying that within earshot of them?
Yes.
You're also the only one here wearing like actual armor. I think.
The one that was reporting to you and getting your information is just sort of like writing notes down on the thing, and sort of looking over the scene, looking up in the rafters. Basically, he looks like the one that's probably on the fast track for like promotions and
The
so forth.
keen one.
He's the one that's the one that's probably going to have your job one day.
The Amy Santiago.
have it.
I don't want it.
It's very easy because once I clear my job, I get released.
Oh, it's funny you think you're getting released.
But yeah, he's doing everything.
This is the one that's eventually going to get bound into the service of an elder god and bring about the end of the world. Cool. Oh, the other job. Okay, no. Okay.
I get jokes.
I understand the confusion. All right. So he's sort of making these notes while the other 5 is still sort of rounding up the captives. Sort of again like shackles on hands and sort of getting them on their feet, basically in a chain gang sort of setup.
We'll restock our manacles from those guys.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you can basically get your various manacles back.
Do you wish to proceed?
Yeah. I'm ready to
Good
go. You guys
to
are the ones
go.
that have been all cowardly about like rushing blindly into danger.
Go.
Alright, so you guys got my back, right? Even after all the nasty shit I just said? You know it's all jokes, right? We're all friends here. Or friends. Okay, I get I'll just disguise
The
myself
portal's
as-
over there.
I'll just disguise myself as a tiefling and go into the den of murderers that we're chasing after.
I'm just gonna sit down and pull out some rations.
Probably see you later.
Yeah, no, it's
Probably see you later. What the fuck?
There's no worries, guys. I'll go ahead and scout things out for your safety and just no, it's fine.
We're not even looking.
There's a violin sound just going in the background.
Don't need a hug or anything. I'll just.
It'll be fine. Just
Someone
that you're.
give him a hug. Come on, look at him. He's in a fragile situation right now.
No, I'm ready. I'm ready. Don't worry about it. No.
Okay, give you
I
a
tell
quick
one of
pat
the
on the
guards
butt.
to give him a hug.
Off you go.
All right. Tiefling up.
Yep.
Get the sword and the dueling thing out.
Just held
Swap hands.
in front.
Swap back hands.
Sheath them.
Sheath them.
You're sticking with the pointy end.
The pointy end. Right. You don't hold the pointy end.
No.
No, that's dumb. All right. I see you on the other side. Touch the thing. Rune.
Okay, so you put your hand against this rune, and you feel like your body's being pulled through a plug hole.
Oh,
like
good.
hand first. What you guys see is like a flash of blue, and essentially like Leland's form, his current tiefling form, just sort of like crumpling up like a deflating balloon and pulling itself through this keyhole, this candle flame keyhole in the wall.
So I'm dead as fuck now.
Yes.
All of my
Reach that?
bones.
Just go jump.
There's a serious record.
Yeah, cool, yeah. He died
So
like he
who's your
lived,
character?
experimenting with dumb pieces of magic.
Squeezing through a candle flame. Okay. You get this sort of sensation of just like being catapulted across a very vast distance. Like you feel the sensation of incredible speed, but not a lot in the way of vision. And then all of a sudden you just sort of like suddenly just like stop short. Like the brakes have been just put on and you instantly stop. There was no slowing down, just like full pace, stop. And then it feels like your entire sort of body just sort of like catches up and just sort of flows sort of forward and then back, and then sort of like shaking a jelly. And then just sort of like stiffens back up, and you are standing in a sort of darkish room, like sort of low lit. It's sort of a larger room, like a sort of like a meeting hall or some sort of just sort of looking around. Probably could have been a tavern once.
Okay. Are there any people
Oh,
where
yes.
I am? Oh, good.
There is a reasonable crowd there. We're looking at a few dozen at least. They're sort of milling around in sort of little clusters of people. You can sort of looking around, you sort of see that each of these little groups sort of have sort of a theme to them. There are some that you recognise as some of like the gang, the thugs and the local gang groups have got various sort of styles to go for. One groups go with coloured bandanas. Other ones have a cloth tied around the left arm. Basically, there's a bunch. The Bloods and Crips and all that sort of thing. There's 3 or 4 little groups of those where it's just like local thugs and just petty crime gangs. There is a clutch of kobolds,
Filthy kobolds.
and they're just sort of like they're sort of shorter. They're only about 3 foot tall, roughly. They're sort of clustered around this sort of barrel of sort of, well, you're not entirely sure what's in there. Sort of this, whatever it is, they're sort of scooping it out. It's kind of like a broth or a stew or something like that. They're scooping it out, and then they sort of like bury their sort of toothy maws into it and sort of chew down on this, and then get back to like talking amongst themselves. on the far end of the room, and again, it's fairly low lit. There's only like a few candles running around the place. You spot the Etten.
Both of them.
Yep, both heads are just sort of sitting there, and they're sort of doing the 1,000-yard stare across the crowd. They're sort of standing next to what possibly could have been like a band stage previously, or some sort of, this could have been a theater or a bar or something along those lines. There is a raised stage area, and he's just sort of off to the side, just giving the stare over the crowd, just watching around. Milling through, you see that sort of haggard crone character that you've seen in an alleyway, and then you've seen in your scrying.
Yep.
She's sort of hobbling through and just sort of like talking with one group and just like talking away, and then moves over to another one. It's just like conversing around the room, basically just schmoozing, meeting and greeting, just making her way around.
Does anybody notice me materialize into this space?
Very much so. You sort of pop into this place, and a few groups sort of look over and sort of like, oh, and just like another arrival, and they sort of get back to their conversations. Gotta remember.
This might have been a bad idea. No, it's fine. We're doing well. Nothing's happened yet. Ryan's still setting the scene.
You've fallen for his trap card.
Well, that's cool, I guess.
Okay. There's a drow girl walking around through the crowd as well, just sort of slinking. You can sort of catch her off to the side, and then she sort of spots you, and sort of gives you the nod across the room, like a I know you, but I'm not sort of waving or anything like that. And then you see her just sort of making her way around the outside edge of the crowd, and then
I nod back.
Sort of the next thing you know, you just hear a little voice off to your left. It's like, Cassier, you're earlier than expected.
Yeah, there was some trouble.
Do you need a lozenge or something?
Oh, sorry, the teleporting just does something to my throat. I don't know what it is.
It's bad.
Yeah, tiefling, Got a little bit of the fiery throat thing, tiefling stuff.
Where's the rest of yours?
We got rumbled.
And your first thought was to come here?
That was what we were told. That was the last thing she said. Said any trouble, jump. I jumped. This is the drow talking to me right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bless her cotton socks, but she's not a tactician. She's sneaky, but it's not the way I do things. But
at any rate,
here we are.
I thought y'all should know. Where's the shitter around this place?
You only just got here.
Yeah, it was a barn.
Just shit in the corner next time.
All right, well, thanks.
Just down the hall, and just out the back door. That's where you'll find it.
Yep.
Be quick though. Our benefactor will be be here to speak shortly.
Wouldn't miss it. Wouldn't miss it. Now, oof. I'll be just be a minute. There was some stew. There was some stew issues. Again, the tiefling heartburn thing. You know.
Heartburn.
Scoot in that direction.
All right, yeah. There's a short hall that sort of takes you past where what probably used to be kitchens. There's, you can see like some old abandoned benches and everything through there.
Walking away, dumb drow. I heard that.
Walk down the hall, out the back, and you're like, "This is literally just the back of the barn. What the fuck?"
Over the fence. Hey.
Should we going for the door?
So yeah, heading around there.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to like a private spot where there isn't like an army of dudes seeing me. And it's like I'm imagining like an outhouse, or is it
So you sort of like enter this hallway. There's a closed door. You open that door up, and at the other side of the door, as you sort of go through, the hulking form of an ogre is just standing there at the side of the door, arms crossed. And as you sort of open the door up next to him, he sort of looks down at you and just like rumbles at the base of his throat at you.
just gonna take a shit.
And just points towards, pretty rickety old looking outhouse.
I'll go in there. Go in there. Close the door.
Constitution saving throw.
Then a deck saving throw.
Just mage hand the door closed.
Otherwise, you want to close with your elbow. Your mage hand's elbow.
Mage hand being very dainty about it. And I will sort of quietly hunched over in there, get my badge out and be like, guys, guys.
You have phoned Heimdall's watch.
The number you have called.
Our office hours are.
To reach Poppet, press 73.1.
Yes.
How's everything going?
Don't touch the rune.
Wasn't thinking about it.
Yep. Yeah, don't do that.
Done?
I step away from the rune.
You'll appear in a room with 20 fucking guys in it. And a fairly ill-tempered drow.
Yeah, they'll do that.
She was sort of into me though. It was cool.
Uh-huh.
I think I'm figuring out drow women. It's an art, you know.
The sword just comes together. How did you do that?
Where are you?
I just realized I don't know where I am yet, and calling you guys isn't that helpful.
Well, how you
I'm
work that
still
out?
alive.
But I am still alive.
Which brings us
Good.
So, how about you find out where you are? And let us know.
Cool. So this little alleyway out the back, right? As I was walking through there, there's an ogre there with eyes on that whole alley.
Oh yeah.
And on the outhouse that I'm currently in.
Yes.
Is it open sky above?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna freak this ogre out.
Same.
Okay.
I'm going to cast invisibility on myself.
Uh-huh.
Just
And your disguise self is not a concentration thing, is it?
No.
Okay.
invisibility is.
Yes, that's why I was asking.
Yeah. So yeah. That's a spell slot. That's a spell slot right there. And then just very quietly sort of crack the door of the outhouse open again. And just quietly sort of sneak out of the outhouse.
stealth with advantage because you're invisible.
I have a +6 in stealth.
Nice.
That's a 21
21.
or a fucking 25.
Sure. The doors are sort of ever so slight, sort of.
Just like I'm like as much as I can to just squeeze out through it.
Yep.
And then
So
maybe
how much of your person is going to touch this door?
look, these are sacrifices I'm making for the mission. And then I'll just like as imperceivably as I can, sort of like pull it back after me. And now I'm in the alleyway.
Yep.
Is there a way out of here that isn't the way that I came in?
Okay, looking around, it looks like it's got it's walled off on one side,
Mhm.
and on the far side there is looks like a sliding gate set up.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially this area was sort of closed off, but it has access.
Hold on a second. I'm like looking around here, trying to find a way out. I'm invisible. Tick. I'm just gonna walk up the wall.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I got magic things. So I'm just gonna walk up the wall and get out of that alleyway.
Okay, so you start walking up the.
Maybe like climb up onto a rooftop and just sort of get a lay of where I am and sort of see where this is.
Okay. You sort of get up onto the wall and then sort of climb up onto the roof of the building, sort of next, sort of that backs off onto this.
I thought this was going to be I'm going to have to scramble over a wall and it's going to make noise. I'm going to fuck up the roll. Like, wait, no, I got magic.
Do the Spider-Man
Do
thing.
the Spider-Man thing.
Yeah, you sort of get up onto the roof of the next thing over and start sort of looking around the space, and it's nighttime. Most of the city is sort of darkened at this point. Like even the lamplighters have shut down some of their lights because it's heading later into the evening. Rolling perception.
Six.
You don't have dark vision or anything, do you?
I do.
You do? Okay.
L5.
L5.
Yes.
Like I'm imagining like if we're in the city, right? In Gezerek?
That's
Maybe.
that to work out.
Okay.
So yeah, you're looking around.
Oh, that could be bad. Like, we're in a other side of the world. Peachy.
You see a kangaroo. Oh dang.
Village of Gnomes.
But like, there's a giant fucking temple to Odin in the middle of Gezerek, right?
Yep. So you start looking around, basically just doing the panorama around the around having trying to work out where you're at. As you turn around, to your sort of right, you can start seeing like, as the hill sort of rises up, you start to see like the various churches in sort of the Pantheon district, right in the center of the city. So you first of all, you're still in Gesserek.
Yeah. Hometown boys.
Plus your cop.
Oh yeah, that
your
still
cop
works.
badge thing is.
That probably
in
would have.
range.
Yeah.
That would have been a fun spin on it.
In the Underdark. No.
you get outside and it's daytime. You're like, that's weird.
I don't remember it being. Oh no.
So and he's still planning around, and you're looking like you're in the southern reaches of the city,
Mm-hmm.
and sort of some of what would have been sort of the original market areas before like expansion happened and the markets moved into other areas. This is sort of an old part of town that's somewhat sort of decrepit and mostly unused.
As soon as I've got some kind of bearings on where I am in
Yep.
town, and I'm guessing up on this roof, I'm probably out of earshot of the ogre at least. I'll get on the badge and I'll be like, "All right, I'm in a spot in the southern part of Gezerect. Get on the carpet. Come this way. Start heading this way." And
Do you know whereabouts in southern Gasserect?
like
There's
I'll relay
south.
what he was just saying about it being like in
Like
the
the
southern
buildings
part,
and
like yeah. But I'll try and get
the
a more
view and-
precise address.
Thank you.
But like
A
just start,
street name and number would be great.
that look. I'll my GPS is acting up, but I'll try and find some.
Latitude and longitude.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Get a bunch of troops ready to
Yeah, start mobilizing fucking everybody for this spot.
Paging Heimdall's watch.
Okay.
Because
Congregate.
we'll actually
Congregate at.
Like I'll get on to Roth guy. Just be like, all right, I'm in the den. Just I found them. Everybody you got out there like searching for them, like
Congregate.
like pull them in and send them to well, I'm in the I guess like this is the old
Old
market
markets.
old markets in
South Gasserect.
South Gesserect. Just here. This is the spot. Get the hammerheads. Call in the cavalry. Like maybe leave the
While you're sort of doing this, you hear the door next to the ogre sort of open back up again, and that drow girl sort of comes out and is like,
I stop talking and cover my badge.
is like, Kessia? That was the name I said, wasn't it?
yes.
Yeah, Kessia.
You alright in there?
I minor illusion a fart noise from the outhouse. Like a really bad one. Like a bad fart noise.
The benefactor will be here in a moment. Please finish up and be inside real soon.
How long does invisibility last for?
10 minutes?
Oh, up to an hour.
Up till now.
Fuck yeah.
Nice.
So 6 times what I said.
But you were close though.
All right. Well, I've given. Okay. What do I need to do to get like a more precise sort of spot to sort of flag these chumps and
Probably just essentially time to try and sort of get your bearings. Climbing around over some more of the roofs and so forth to get a feel for things.
so now I've got the trade off of that versus going and see the benefactor.
Mm-hmm.
Can you make
Can
a
I do
mark
both?
on the roof?
Huh?
Can you make a mark on the roof if we're gonna fly over on a carpet? Although it's probably dark
can't
out,
you?
so we probably can't see very well. I can't see very well. It would
I
have
could
to
see
be Hannah
exceptionally
looking for
well.
it.
It's just draw it right in black on top of the roof. And it's like, Leland is here.
And just an arrow pointing.
You got a normal non-explodey teleporter candle.
You've got like a pot of paint and a brush with you, right?
I'm just wondering.
You didn't bring your calligraphy set?
Do you have 1,000 ball bearings like I do?
Just a pile of large stones to spell out.
3 flares.
I'll find a chimney or something.
Yep.
I've got some torches.
Okay.
So I'll get like a couple of torches and sort of like stick them in like the top of a chimney, something like that.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Sort of light all the torches up.
Just sort of wedge them inside so you can sort of see the glow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Seems like a reasonable sort of thing. Sort of like set that there.
As long as you tell us, it's
glowing
absolutely
chimney.
reasonable.
And tell you guys I've marked the
What you're doing.
rooftop sort of like and try and get like as general a thing as I can sort
Yep.
of from where I am sort of like there, and it's the rooftop with the torches sticking out of a chimney.
Alright.
Yeah. Then I'm gonna Spider-Man back down the wall. Is the ogre still there?
Yep.
I'm gonna mage hand something at the far end of the alleyway. no wait, I'll grab like a shingle off the roof, and I'll mage hand throw that like at the far end of the alley. Make a big noise.
Yep. All right, so this sort of shingle just goes on the far side. And you just hear, and it's just like thudding off to the side. And it's like he's just taken like 4 or 5 paces to the other side of the door and just like looking around.
As soon as he steps away, I sort of mage hand the door open.
Yep.
Like I'm thinking like this like Spider-Man shit, like sort of scamper like over through the top of the doorway into the roof of the hallway inside. Then mage hand it closed behind me.
Okay, so this door opens and closes. You sort of scampering along the roof and just standing.
Do you want a stealth check for that or something?
Sure.
21.
You're also
21.
invisible.
So advantage.
Still 21.
21 is definitely the better result. Okay, you sort of scurry your way
Fucking
inside.
superhero shit going on right here. Always wanted to play Spider-Man. Just turns out just like need to build a warlock with the proper items.
Just need to be a wizard.
It just needed to be a phony wizard in a fantasy game to make Spider-Man.
Nice.
To give you some sort of like little grappling hooks that you can shoot out of your wrists.
I mean, there are items like that.
Yeah, straight up.
I can cast web.
Yeah,
Same. But I'm actual spider Sam.
this is just him, just sort of in a spider form, just like squid.
Gross.
As you sort of scurry through the door and close the door behind you, you're looking down on the ground and you see the drow girls are sort of standing there in the hallway, just like leaning against one wall, with her arms crossed, like one leg sort of bent and leaning against the pressed against the foot pressed against the wall, just sort of like sitting there tapping the other foot.
I'm gonna creep along the ceiling and get back into that main space.
Yep.
And then sort of find a little cubby hole in like a corner, like a roof corner sort of thing, like a spider do.
Like a spider do.
Like a spider do.
Spider do. Spider do.
I mean, there probably are spiders.
Yeah, probably. Nice, by the way. Nice.
And yeah, I'll like hide there and wait to see what the benefactor is saying. That's the idea. Get inside, see the benefactor. If you want to cut to these other chumps and have them like play the game for a bit, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine.
What do
Enjoying
you?
this.
We're on the carpet at a very leisurely sort of like... What's the lowest speed? Like a cruising speed, but like way, way slower. Like, whatever.
We're going as fast as we can.
Oh, okay.
Depends how
I
much.
sickly put rocks in my bag.
Depends how much you weigh. If we're over 200 pounds, it's only 40 feet. If we're under 200 pounds, it's 80 feet. I'm small, you're light.
I feel like it's fun.
Yeah. So
Doing us a good double dash, and I'm basically
we're
yelling
looking
at,
for the chimney with the smoke coming out of it.
yelling at the captain saying, "Where are the troops? Why are the troops ready now? What's going on?" Yeah, like a whole 40 minutes.
Well, you need to submit your form.
Okay, cool. So he's just
I
reading
mentioned it's a very magical night flying over the rooftops of Gesserect underneath the stars
whole
twinkling
new
above.
world.
A new fantastic point of view.
Thank you. I'm
Enchanting.
glad you know this song.
Okay, so yeah,
That's one of my go-to karaoke songs.
Same.
I'm like a
But
shooting
actually save.
star.
Hmm?
I've
But
come
actually
so
save.
far. Now I'm in a whole new world.
I was just wondering if we could do the whole song before I say anything. No,
Order the phone up, getting the lyrics.
no.
You can stop this by saying words.
Okay,
you
so
haven't-
you're making your way across across the
There we go.
the rooftops of Gesserek. You're heading towards the sort of the southern reaches.
I'm still remembering that time I almost died and I woke up and Anna was holding my hand. So we're
Aw.
sharing this moment.
I'll push you off
You were
the
trying to
red
steal my
carpet.
ring, but I don't know that.
No, pretending that I like people is a genuine,
That's
to
how
get
you
close
kill
before I
them.
steal stuff. Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. So yeah, you're
So keep
You're
an
making
eye
it-
out for the chimney with the smoke coming out of it.
because there won't be many of those.
Fairly certain that's not what he said.
It was the light.
I'm fairly certain I'm not very intelligent.
So you you start heading into the sort of the southern district, the sort of the old
The old
town section,
markets.
the old section of the town. What you know of this area is that there is a lot of sort of older abandoned buildings. There is a decent amount of sort of like squatters and so forth through the area. It is sort of a place that
I would imagine, with my prior history, I would know this district relatively well.
yeah, like you know there are there's a good number of places you can sort of hide or meet up with unsavory types through here. I think you've a couple of your underworld contacts probably operate out of here. But yeah, flying through. One thing you do know about the area is generally quite dark. The only things that really sort of light the place up at night is the occasional sort of like fire barrel or anything like that, where people are sort of keeping warm in clusters.
So I'm assuming a couple of torches on a rooftop would stick
Yeah.
out pretty well.
You've essentially got a small lighthouse. You can just sort of see this. Actually, roll me the perception.
But I don't want to. I'm glad I did though. Because that's going to be... Why is my...
It's one better than whatever your passive is. What? Something explode?
No, it was on a different screen. I've never seen before. It's now loading.
I'd prefer my passive perception.
Oh, there we go.
I think this was some good improvising, guys.
21!
21.
Keeping that
Well, I was
thing.
about to say you rolled 11, so whatever your passive is plus 1.
Yeah.
Why is it 20? But
It
You'd
yeah,
doesn't
have,
have
you'd have double
malware.
proficiency in somewhere.
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know how
It's
rules
a rogue-
work.
It's a rouge.
It's a
thing.
rogue thing.
Oh.
You wouldn't understand.
No, I don't. That's why I'm an assassin.
roguish assassin. Anyway, you see this little lighthouse
Beacon
beacon.
on the horizon.
Oh, I know where that is.
This part you're not that familiar with. It's sort of intersection of the. You don't know the entire city back to front.
Wrong. Or a 10. I know most of it.
You
Her
know-
hobby is civic.
You know
Half of it.
1/10.
Got him.
But yeah, you have your places that you've scouted out and that you know are sort of safe. Other areas are controlled by other groups that you try to steer clear of.
Yeah.
Like this is sort of pretty much divided up into ganglands.
Tunnel snakes rule.
But yeah, you spot this little beacon. It's next to what looks sort of like a longhouse tavern sort of setup. It's a there's a small little yard out the back with an outhouse, and you can sort of see sort of the top of. Well, actually, you're probably not close enough to see the ogre yet.
Basically, what to fly over top, I guess, and kind of get a bit of a scoop through, and then kind of guide, I guess, the police forces
The
to kind
forces
of
that
meet
are-
at a certain, like, not like right out in front.
Yep.
But like a little. Just
We'll
the way
pick a
saying,
point
meet
around
the
the block,
street, like
yeah.
rally the troops, like that corner of 27 and 3rd sort of thing, and just
And
get
try
ready
and
to
scope
go.
out like entry, exit
Yep.
points. Just
get ready to cordon off this area.
All right. Okay, so you start sort of communicating through to the through Horatha to coordinate the troops, and essentially he's got
so professional.
you guys are doing police things, like real police stuff. A
You don't have to
sting,
be so
a
shocked.
I am. I'm allowed to be perfectly shocked when things are done well.
We're not just murdering everybody
No.
and taking their shit.
To be fair, I'm increasing my odds of survival for the upcoming fight. I believe a blade of armor was said willingly.
All
We're good to go.
right. Where are you guys
On that though,
position
like,
yourself?
how far are people away? Like, what's the...
To get depends on how much of support you want.
Is there other people...
There are some that can get within an organizable area within half an hour, but full
England's so dead. Let's just go back.
full support would probably take about an hour to get some of the ones that are up in the northern parts of the city. If you basically, the longer the wait, the more support you'll have.
He's like a cockroach. He just survived.
I just realised he never told us, like, the go word. Like, when we have to go in.
I assume
I'm
he'll
just
tell
going to assume if he
us.
says anything right now, we just ignore. Like, he's probably, like, being taken prisoner, captured or killed.
No.
Why not?
Ross
He
looks
tells
like
us to go, we go.
uncomfortable at this point.
But what if he, like, we don't know what the word is. Like, what if he's been, like, coerced to say, let's go? Like, we
It's
could be
him.
leading
He'll
a
just
trap.
scream or something. Or just
He screams a lot.
very high pitched, kind of, really effeminate, kind of.
Yeah, he does that a lot.
Ross is like, yeah, how to react to this?
I'm just
I'm
like,
not in the room.
just saying, we've got no, like, he didn't...
Oh no, we're having this conversation over the walkie-talkies.
So everyone can hear in the room. It's like,
I've got my walkie-talkie set to mute at the moment.
At this point, that's just eating it.
It's the gas. The whole, like, curry situation.
Oh, my guts are talking.
But yeah, he never, like, had, like, a go word. Like, we don't know.
When he says to go, we go.
What he's been caught, we don't know.
We'll
I think
find
we-
out
I think we should play it safe and cautious.
by going in with the troops who will be here in half an hour,
That seems fun.
waiting for him to tell us to go.
Which will be in half an hour.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully not before then, because that could be awkward. He'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
He's
We've seen him at
competent.
work before. He's never had to be rescued or saved or brought back from the dead. Or
I have died more times
had
than him.
potions.
Hey,
What's the
hey,
thing you
Ethan
have?
died.
Hey,
yeah.
guy.
You're not here.
No. Just like I don't see why like the need to like have like a nice little side skit of just throwing shade on Leland is completely necessary right now. What the fuck, guys?
Anyway, like I was saying,
Back to-
I feel it's the perfect time to throw shade on Leland for all the dumb things he's done.
It's an important conversation that I
So-
think was long.
It's character
It's,
building.
Where are you guys setting up for this time?
Why is Leland the one that gets shit hung on him for doing dumb shit when we have hugging the monster McGee over here?
That's
I have perfectly executed numerous capers.
now
I have
personally,
died many times.
in character. While you may have hugged like bugs and animals many times, no one's willingly gone into like the enemy's den like unprepared and unsupported. How fucking dumb was that? Like he's going to die. At least you had support.
I mean, there was like that first time.
He's relying on me and you to help him out. Oh God. What an
Okay.
idiot.
That seems fine.
Oh, we're going to land on the roof and wait for him.
Okay. Jesus Christ's sake.
I got a lot of magic.
And have them amass like around the corner.
I usually just use my magic to get out of trouble.
Oh, that was good fun.
I don't know why everyone's
Okay.
This is actually part of your 360-degree performance review that we.
being so mean about Leland.
And
that
panning
sh-
back to Leland,
That
who's just
shit,
sort of
that
sitting
shit
there.
on the
We
boat
will,
where we got into the locked up magic hold of the boat and then blew up the boat and got away. That was fucking like masterfully executed. I didn't see anybody going, "Good work, Leland. You managed to
You could
kill
have
all the
saved
bad
that
guys."
poor little cow. That saved
Fuck the
you.
cow. Fuck the cow. All right. I saved the guy.
I can't recall any time he saved like the guy either. Like that's none.
Jesus Christ. Alright, back to Leland, who just has this really weird sensation, like the world's just like really just stacked up against him for some unknown reason.
Love to laugh.
I'm not appreciated.
But seriously though, we'll like coordinate the things. I think we'll land like
somewhere around the corner.
hover around. Well, we know that we can probably sit on top and be pretty quite ready to go. Like what's in terms of the building, like windows, entrance points, like that type of stuff. What have we got?
Okay.
I still can't believe he does.
God damn it.
He
From
didn't
the
find the entrance point.
oh, you guys suck.
Sorry. Continue.
God, for fuck's sake.
I'm sorry.
From the position where Leland set the beacon, that's overlooking the backyard area, or
So basically, like, go across the door, fly around, like, windows, like, that sort of stuff.
looking at it,
Drive by.
most of the windows look like they've been boarded up. There is like it was what would have been double doors. You can see where like boards have been beaten, had been crossed across the door. A few of them have been broken off, just so like one of the two double doors can be opened up and come through. So it looks like it was boarded up originally when the roll me an investigation actually.
Uh, 21.
21. Okay, so I'll continue all of those then. For the most part, the boarding up looks like when this place was either abandoned or on its way down, that the boarding was put there to sort of just close the windows up so they didn't have to repair glass. Some of it looks a little bit newer, like it's been further, sort of further strengthened or barricaded.
Okay. What we'll do, I'll tell you to fly the carpet close to the roof.
Yes.
I'll help and tell you to swing around and coordinate the troops to surround the place.
Yes.
And I'll say hidden on the
Yes.
roof, kind of ready to go whenever the go is received.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I go to coordinate with the people.
And you're on the roof?
One thing. Yep. So what I'll do when he kind of
I'm
flies
gone.
off and does his thing, I will turn into a little tinny mouse. Kind of sneak down and find my. I guess I'll look on the roof, like try and find a way, like a door or entrance sort of thing, kind of in.
Okay.
You don't need a door or an entrance when you're a mouse. They're
There
little.
still needs to be a
A hole.
crack in the wall or
yeah.
a hole or something.
No,
like
just
that,
yeah, okay.
The door entrance is.
You're currently on the
in
roof
scale.
of the building, of said building?
But before I do that, I'll have a look around, like on the roof, and see if I can spot somewhere I can kind of.
Oh, there's like several like loose shingles and so forth through the
Sweet.
roof.
I'll just
as
rock
well.
and roll and do it now.
Okay. So yeah, you sort of squeeze your way through a gap in one of the shingles and sort of start running across one of the roof beams in what looks like the sort of the main tap room of an old bar. And similar sort of scene as what I described for Leland. There are just clusters of various different criminal folk in the tap room, sort of conversing with each other, and there are a couple of people that are sort of just going through and just talking with each of the groups and just checking in with them, and one of them is sort of crouched over. I don't think you've seen the hag at all, have you?
No, I don't
No,
think so.
you've seen it in visions, and in the alleyway you've not seen her at all.
No.
It's just sort of like hunched over with like these jagged protrusions coming out of her back, like this real stringy grey hair, and from above that's probably about the best you get. Like there's quite sort of a hunchback.
Can I identify where Leland is?
He's invisible.
I'm invisible.
Okay, I thought you changed back
No.
and went back inside.
He's currently on the
Everything.
roof and invisible.
I'm doing a Spider-Man in the corner while invisible, and I don't know you guys have gotten there yet. Although I could it depends how loud the
So I would have thought
badges
that the time
are.
would have worked out. Like the time would have been like, here we are. Then the whole like toilet hidden thing. So yeah, okay.
Okay. Panning over to Leland.
Hi.
The drow girl is sort of like sighs, and then sort of just stands up again from a leaning position against the wall, and sort of walks off into the main hallway. What's your plan?
The idea was I was waiting to hear this benefactor.
We are sort of in the hallway that leads into that main room.
Oh well,
So-
I thought
Oh,
I was
yeah.
going into the
Oh,
main
yeah.
room.
So yeah, are you still on the roof? Okay. So from your position there, you see the Dragon. She's walking into the main room and she starts to make her way, sort of like dodging through some of the groups and makes her way over to that crone, and you just see her sort of like just like cup her hand up next to to the crone's ear and just like whisper in, and this one is like looks back at her and is like with like a concerned look on her face, and just starts sort of like looking around the room, and she's like pats the girl on the shoulder and just starts making her way up towards the stage.
Okay.
What do you see yourself doing, Poppet?
I am waiting for the trips, and then we're gonna surround the building, try to congregate more around where the entrance points are, but have people just around generally.
Like a raid. You bust in
Circle.
like the doors at the front and the back at the same time.
More circling the building in case anyone tries to come out for the moment, but if the call comes to raid the joint, then we raid the joint. Circling. He's a mouse crawling down the building
Yeah, but he knows it needs to be
at
here for this
mouse
festival.
speed.
Shit's about to pop off, y'all.
Dun, 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 dun.
He hasn't
Dun,
given the
dun,
go
dun,
word
dun,
yet,
dun,
that's
dun,
fine.
dun.
Yeah.
We're waiting for you. That's what we're doing right now.
The crone's actually waiting for you.
Nice.
Okay, what you also see from your position up the top is you see Vicky make her way into the room below you and sort of weave her way through these groups, and then basically sort of like cup her hand around to the ear of the hunched over hag, and just starts like just whispering in her ear, and the hag sort of looks around the room and then sort of pats her on the shoulder and just like walks up starts making her way up towards the stage.
Did I hear what she was saying to the hag, or?
It was whispered.
Okay.
So neither of you caught what was said. The hag makes her way up to where the Etten was at the main stage, and she steps up next to him and just like signals, waves him down to sort of lean down towards her, and she sort of puts her head between the two heads there and just sort of starts like talking, like moving her head to the left and the right as she's talking into the left ear of the right head and the right ear of the left head. I think that's right.
Yeah.
That's not bad for on the fly.
Yeah.
And there's sort of one face sort of like cocks an eyebrow, the other one's got like the furrowed brow. Is just like, and there's just like pairs of eyes darting around the room. And she makes her way back down, sort of across onto the stage, and just taps like the foot of her staff against the table, like against the stage, like 3 times, just like rap, rap, rap. Like, gentlemen, ladies, friends, we may have some sort of breach or leak. I suggest making a jump as quickly as possible. We shall rendezvous at another point. The signal will be put out, but for now, disperse. And then she sort of makes her way to the back of the backstage, and just puts her head, like reaches out backwards while watching the crowd, and puts her hand against the wall and just like does that whole blue glow pull into the keyhole and just like disappears. The congregation, I guess would be probably the best term at this point now. They're riled up. There is a sort of a real din in the room as everyone sort of like starts making their way towards. You can see a whole group, a whole like crowd of them making their way towards where you came in.
Mm-hmm.
Another whole bunch are heading towards where the stage is, and more are spreading out to other points around the rooms, and just like quickly in sequence, just like.
Where's Vicky gone?
Roll perception.
29.
29. You can see her just sort of like moving through the crowd, just like moving people towards. She's like looking around the room, like seeing which areas are got less people waiting to go through these portals, and just like shuffling people. She's essentially crowd control. So milling around the main tap room.
Okay.
Leland? Pop it? Either of you?
I have no idea what's happening. I'm outside.
As like pretty much as soon as the hag poofs out,
Mm-hmm.
I'm picturing as the din starts rising, and I'm not going to be immediately heard as I'm saying that. I'm going to get on the badge and just be like, now is the time to go. Now, like if you're there, this is like we gotta this is now that they're all leaving.
Go.
What you see, Poppet, is the first squadron is just rounding the corner. And it's a squadron of about a dozen.
Yeah.
There's a rounding the corner. They're probably about 100 yards or something up the road from where you're positioned near the front gates, and they're the first that have arrived to the call.
Now, I'm up
Wonderful.
in the roof rafters type of thing.
Yep.
I will turn back to drow form.
Mm-hmm.
Stay relatively well hidden, and grab one of my 1,000 ball bearings.
Yep.
Just one.
Just one.
Rattle.
And throw it at Vicky.
All right, roll. Yeah, roll an attack roll. Okay. Yep. So yeah, you sort of like
Just like a little bit like a...
expertly like dunk. There's a metal ball bearing, so it's like, and she's like, and it starts looking around, and then sort of looks up at you, and just like,
Basically... And I guess a quick...
and she
Very
sort of,
quick.
she sort of
thief
mimics
can't-
the shush sound, and then sort of like rubs the side of her nose.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So how many spots are there that they are shuffling out through? Oh, okay. You started saying about them all shuffling out through. This is like as soon as they're told to shuffle out through.
Yep.
This is sort of what I'm picturing. Sorry.
There is the one that you came in.
Yep.
There is one at the far end where the stage is,
Sort of like
and there
opposite
would be
ends?
about another 4 from there.
Okay.
So 6.
There's six all.
They're just paintings on the wall, right?
Markings on
Markings on
walls.
walls.
There's some of the sort of hidden. The one you came in,
Yep.
I probably should have described better.
Yeah.
It is literally sort of blended in with like what looks like a knot in the wood. It's just like been scratched into.
Okay.
To an,
Because what I'm picturing is earlier I destroyed one of those things by eldritch blasting the wall.
Yep.
And smashing the wall.
Yep.
And I'm just sort of like just making an immediate sort of appraisal. Maybe I was like scoping this out while I was waiting for things to start. But how reasonable does it seem to like an eldritch blast would bust up these runes? Because what I'm sort of thinking is right now, close those doors.
Yep. You can have a crack. You did it to a stone wall
Yeah.
last time.
And like these are on wood.
This is a timber building.
Yeah. All right. So here's what I'm thinking is I've got my stopwatch.
Mhm.
I'm going to click that, and in the moment's time there, unload some eldritch blasts
Yep.
at those.
Essentially, you got 4 blasts.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So is that reasonable?
Sure.
So I'm thinking like, I'm guessing the one on the stage has less people near it.
There's a sort of a crowd making them. It's pretty. Basically, everyone's done a good airplane evacuation and gone to their nearest exit.
I've just sort of like make a quick judgment call of click the stopwatch and go shoot that one, shoot that one, shoot that one. The ones that seem like the ones to like just cut off. And just like not really thinking through what's going to happen immediately after I do that, because then I won't be invisible anymore. But like, that's going to be my play.
Yep.
So I'm going to do that.
All right.
As that's happening, and I'm looking at the easiest way to do the quick count for danger hide. Yes, hide out.
Okay. She sees.
And then
sees
hope
that.
she gets it.
She sort of nods at you, sort of like just like, and then just like legs it towards the hallway heading out the back.
But I'm still stuck onto a wall up in the rafters, pretty much. So stopwatch. Do I need to roll?
I'm also happy to do like a stealth roll to see, like, because I know what you're doing right now to make sure he doesn't pick up on.
He's invisible.
But he may still. I'm also. Hiding,
Oh yeah.
But also to say like.
Well, okay. I don't know you're there. I can't see you at all,
Yeah, also,
and I'm not looking at Vicky.
Yeah, I was supposed to do a perception or whatever it happens to be, but if it's
For
fine,
what it's worth, I'm not going to pick up in your shit with Vicky right now.
That's fine. That's fine.
His whole plan is very much focused on. This is in the moment, focused on the portals.
Yeah,
cool.
There
Well,
is
that's sweet.
no
Don't
reason
worry
why-
about that. It's all good.
Oh, that's fine.
I don't think there'd be any conceivable way he would spot that little action happening when this plan's going on.
I now
Do you
marked down. I have 999 ball bearings.
Thank you.
So I
important
would
to
need to
keep
roll
track.
like hits and
Yes, please.
attacks and damage on them.
Yep.
All right. So the one I came in on is what I'll shoot at first. So this is like stopwatch. All
Yep.
this. I'm like I'm fucking hoping that there's some backup coming in on this, because I'm about to be unloading fucking magic spells. Okay.
I
so
can
it's
find a
plus-
way into this building.
Plus 11. So the first one, that's like a 28.
Yep, that definitely hits.
Oh wait, I can fly.
And it is plus 5, so that's a 10. So that's 15 damage.
All right.
Does that bust open like the wood?
Yeah, they're basically like that hits sort of in the spot there, and it's just like just you see this little flash of like blue, and it's just like, psst, and then it's like this like a small little firecracker going off, and you see sort of actually no, this is in the moment, so
Yep. And I'll just like that was one. The next one.
Eldritch Blast doesn't have any sort of like range between the two ones when you're doing your 2 shots. It's just literally just multiple
Two
shots.
missiles.
Yep. I wasn't sure like whether you had to target something within a certain range.
I'm imagining as well, like it's sort of there's like a will, like I'll point it obviously, but it's like also like
a little magic missile-ish.
a little bit magic, or like magic missile, but not like guaranteed. Like they'll two be streaming off in wherever I'm sort of willing them. Makes sense. That's like that's a 21.
Yep.
8 damage.
That one there, you sort of like you see sort of this is going for the one at the stage.
I'm probably like it's probably going to be the next one closest to the thing.
Okay, so one of the ones on the side walls that sort of hits next to it, just let see like a chunk of the timber sort of blast out, but the rune is sort of still like the last little ember of glowing is still there from the previous person that's gone through. So it's still
Okay.
but it doesn't appear to have dispersed.
Okay. And if I've got so that was my round in the stopwatch.
Yep.
And then now immediately I'm gonna do like the next 2 portals pretty much.
Yep.
So ooh, that's a 14.
Yep.
Hits the thing on the wall.
Yep.
It's 10 damage.
That was it. Hitting the same one again.
No, this is the next
the
one.
next one on over. 10 damage.
Yeah.
What was the one you did last time? It was 9 damage, was it? 8 damage.
Last time was 8 damage.
8 damage. Yeah, that one there again. Sort of take a chunk out of the timbers.
Damn it. And yeah, like just the next one along as well. I will. That's a lot. That's like 24 and This one is 11 damage.
Nice. That one there, yeah. Is facing
Crunch.
Yep.
What happens now, Ryan?
Okay, so you took 2 out and sort of damaged near 2 of them. You see one person sort of like go up to the one that you came through and just sort of like it sort of shatters in front of him. He sort of like desperately like puts his hand against it and nothing happens. He's like, and he sort of looks around and looking for the source of the of what's gone wrong.
I imagine this is going to be initiative now.
Yes, please. Might as well start rolling it. And yeah, sort of looks because you're hanging off the rafters, aren't you? And you're basically like upside down the rafters. Roderick's got like this small like muzzle smoke essentially coming off it. There's a little bit like purplish black eldritch power just sort of smoking off the end of it. And he's got this sort of look on your face. You're in tiefling mode still?
Nah, I've probably dropped that. When I was invisible, I probably dropped that.
Fair enough.
I'll be going last.
Okay.
I've got 8 for initiative.
I've got 18 for initiative.
I have 16.
18 for Leland, 16 for Poppet.
This is going to be great.
How about
8.
8?
This is going to be great.
I rolled a 3.
I rolled a 16.
I just figures the
Oh, the 10.
Uh,
decent rolling.
Alright. Leland.
Uh,
You have quite a lot of gang people still stuck in there.
Yep.
Most of the family, most of the group of kobolds are still going. The Etten hadn't made it through yet.
I think the most reasonable thing. Okay, there's still ones. The ones that I had shot that didn't break.
Yep.
There's still ones. There's still people clustered around those.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try and take those 2 portals out.
All right.
Just finish that off.
I'm just going to close this trap.
Yeah.
So you're just going to put shots into the 2 that you
I'll just
you
put shots
damaged.
into the 2 that I damaged and didn't break.
Yep.
So that's 15.
Yep.
And 9 damage.
That finishes that one off.
And the other one is that's going to
Yep.
be a hit, and another 10 damage.
Yep. So basically the 2 that you partially damaged, is you basically shatter the rest of the timbers around there. One of them is basically like you can just start seeing a little bit of the moonlit street outside, and then through this probably about grapefruit sized hole that you've put into the wall.
And I guess then I'm gonna like say we have the place surrounded. Just lay down your arms and prepare to be, I don't know, arrested or something.
Okay, from outside the building, you just hear this, and the smash of the door, and there's basically this thudding sound of just racing through, and coming through that corridor, and then like all standing up to their full height is the ogre from outside. He's just like, there.
Can he reach me on the ceiling? I'm very bold right now because I'm out of like melee reach of people.
With his height, yes.
You're at perfect punchy distance.
Hold on. Slow down. Let's not do anything we'll regret.
He just sort of like pulls this club that he sort of dragged in through and takes a swing at you. 18? Hit?
Yeah.
Your AC's not 20?
No.
Don't be that guy.
Too late. Too late.
And you take 12 bludgeoning.
Ow. Oh, I'm still hurt from last time.
Yep.
Oh, dang.
Should have maybe drank a potion at the whole barn thing.
I mean,
I realise that too as I'm in here now with you.
You also took damage in the barn?
I got...
Oh yeah, you were in combat.
I got hit by fucking Tiefling McGee.
Oh. Okay.
It's fine.
I'm fine and I'm outside and I'm...
You've basically been hit by
Doing very
like a
Ow!
like
Like
a-
a pinata.
like a pinata. Yeah, straight up. You are a Leland shaped pinata.
Nice!
Candy
wait, no.
Candy didn't pop out.
Probably a couple of teeth did.
Some teeth did.
Blood's a type of candy.
Half-elf teeth are not candy. Well, they might be to Drows. I don't know.
They are.
You sick.
Hang
All
on,
right.
I'm honest with who I am.
Pop it.
So I've heard the call to go, go, go.
Yep.
So I will yell at the troops I can see that we're breaching the compound,
I should probably add them in.
and I am going to fly into the backyard because there was a door there. A door that has apparently now been smashed open.
Yep. I should have actually added in those guys.
Oh, good. More.
It's help.
Friends.
Oh, good.
Frems.
Oh.
Frelms.
Oh, I love good film.
Frelms.
And roll.
It's your ablative armor.
Yay!
Oh, there's so many things in this fight. All right. So yeah, you're going through the back door, are you?
Yes.
Okay, so this is what you landed on, going with the carpet. All right, so you move along with the
Landed
carpet and then just jump off.
Yeah, and run.
Yep.
Bolt.
So
What
you
does-
sort of
Try
you run inside,
into
basically following after the trail of
ogre.
destruction of the ogre, and basically sort of bust into this room behind an ogre, just seeing sort of the sound of a couple of teeth hitting hitting a wooden floor. Well, he's just, canonically, I think he just lost a tooth.
You don't have to rub it in. Jesus. They grow back, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. What are you doing?
I will cast a thunder wave at the ogre.
Okay. I love Thunderwave so much.
It's gonna be loud.
Hi.
Hi.
Here's
What?
my- Con 17 saving throw, please.
This is a an area
Ogres might
effect,
have
is
good
it not?
con. Yes. Unsecured objects that are completely 15-foot cube
Yep.
originating from me.
Yep.
Each creature makes the Constitution saving throw in that 15-foot cube originating from me to the ogre.
Oof.
I can't
I'm
see
not
anyone.
within- No, up in the ceiling, like not.
The ogre
Yeah.
hit me
The
while I
ogre's
was on the
punching the
ceiling.
I'm not near you though, am I? Or am I?
Not the biggest room. This is a tavern room. It's not the. It's not the.
Okay.
You wanna con save?
I want the con
Is
save
what
against
is what I'm sensing right now.
Yeah.
So everyone within the 15-foot cube. So I'm assuming there's people milling about as well. And the thing.
So ogre passed.
I do not con save.
What's the save for the con save?
17.
I may have just made this.
I do not. I do
Kobolds
not.
do not.
I rolled a 17.
They only like you when you're 17.
Because when you're 21, you're no fun. That's my armor class.
All right.
Okay. So everyone will take 2d8 thunder damage. If they pass, they take half as much.
Mm-hmm.
I will
Everyone
evade
who-
to take none.
Did not pass is pushed 10 feet away from me.
Okay. So
And any unsecured objects are also just pushed automatically.
Hey Ryan,
And there's a thunderous boom.
I'm magically standing on the ceiling. If I'm pushed away, do I continue to be magically standing on the ceiling?
Look at Bugs
the
Bunny
ceiling
thing.
is like a rafter sort of setup, so I'd say probably not.
It doesn't say I'm not prone though, right? If it's just like a push backwards, I'm imagining my feet are like still finding pushes.
Well, you're pushed away from me, so it's also push up.
Yeah, there we go.
There we
I
go.
like that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Because it's originating from me.
How much
You
damage
got
did
some
you
I'm
do?
very
like
really,
that?
really sore
It's
knees.
2d8. That's a 2. That's a 7, so 9. And everyone who passed takes half of 9.
I evade to take none.
Fine. You like
I mean, I'm not feeling great
That's my
about.
most powerful
I'm
spell.
not feeling great about that though, because that means that the ogre only took 9 damage as well.
He passed.
That's my most powerful thing. I'm a powerful wizard.
You
Me?
no. You sort of see like the kobolds just like tumble end over each other. Just basically just like this mess of like scaly claws and and prehensile tails and everything. They're just like mashing into each other, and just at the end of the 10-foot tumble, you just sort of see them, for the most part, like unconscious or because it turns out kobolds have fuck all health.
So there is a thunderous boom that goes out 300 feet from here.
There was supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom.
There was.
I was doing a Marvin the Martian thing.
I got it.
Sorry.
Where's the kaboom?
Where's the kaboom?
There's supposed to be
With my
an
bonus action, I want to
earth-shattering
spend a key for a
kaboom.
defensive stance.
That's good.
Because I'm squishy.
Well, you do it way better many years ago.
It's a good voice, though.
Just
Yeah.
gonna do that. I'm spending a key.
To do?
Defensive stance. Patient defense.
Oh boy. Yep.
Because I'm squishy. And there's an ogre in front of me.
You'll be fine.
Ogres.
You did.
They're like onions.
Do you think he heard me?
You did 4 damage to him. You'll be fine.
Hana, you're next up.
Interesting.
Fucking do it, Hana.
So, quick question: is the ogre aware of my presence?
I would say no.
He might be distracted between the pinata and the thunder.
That is most exciting.
You going for hidden attacker aspect of things?
I'll basically just drop down from the ceiling and you're like going, why am I falling all of a sudden? There's a drow there.
Well, we're in combat with him anyway.
Well, he's like more clubbing you. I'm still like
No.
a little far away.
What about you get your sneak attack?
So I was basically going to come out of nowhere and assassinate.
For the ogre,
Yes.
ogre's already acted this before you.
Well, that's what I was asking if he was aware of me.
Yeah, but it's still for assassinate. It's if you're higher on the initiative order than them.
I thought that was something. I mean, look, I don't know.
Sneak attack. You'll.
Sneak attack because he's in combat. Well,
It's also
engaged with
you've got
what's-his-face.
you've got advantage because you're a hidden attacker.
Isn't that what it is? Oh, because I'm a druid.
The assassinate is if you in the first round if you attack something that hasn't acted yet.
Oh, there we go. Cool. So I'll just basically jump from the ceiling and
Knife.
rapier. Yep. Into his face. Alright, so. Come on, tablet.
He's just sort of sitting there just like this with like one hand against his ears, just like.
So the first one is the Lumberfoot's rapier. That will be enough to hit. Being.
You have advantage.
No, I don't. I just.
You said you're unseen, right?
You're a hidden attack. You're an unseen attacker.
Oh, look. It keeps rolling. Yay! So that's going to be 26.
Yep.
And then the other one will be. I'll just do it now. Will be Silence.
I mean, you're only an unseen attacker for one of them.
No one's telling me though. This is.
The
Hey!
first roll
Yeah,
to hit
it's a two hit.
anyway.
That's fine. It's just being silly.
Silly.
Very silly.
Silly. Getting that in stereo was great.
Alright, so the old Lumberfoot rapier. Beep, 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 beep. 14.
What spells can I do?
20. 29. And then Silence is 10.
10 damage? Alright. So you basically like dig two sort of weapons down and basically like rake down his like tops of his shoulders and down his back, and so basically land down behind him.
Yep.
Not too far away from the noisiest monk in the world.
I like the part where you're quiet.
I'm stealthy.
Just put my hand in his face and I push him somewhere. Job's done.
Okay. The Etten starts like charging into the into you guys, and so like as it's running forward, it's like pushing some of these gang members out
Alright,
of the
the
road.
Eden.
It's coming after the surprise, the noisy one.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
It's like one arm is like wielding this like battle axe, and the other arm is like this massive like Morning Star club.
I'm sure you'll be fine.
The axe comes swinging. Oh god,
He's defensive, so he's got like
You got disadvantage.
damn it! That was a crit.
Yeah, I figured as much.
What is your AC though?
What did you roll?
That's a. I don't think it's gonna be enough. That's only like 13. Yeah.
That's a miss.
Because your AC is 14, right?
The Morning Star disadvantage now. 19.
That's a hit.
That patient defense.
I fucking love it so good.
Just a hit. Yeah. Just.
Get some armor, Jesus. Oh wait, monks. Yeah.
14
It's
piercing
not,
damage.
Like dex and
14
wisdom to their AC.
piercing damage.
Huh?
I will
They
take
got their
14
dex and
piercing
wisdom to their
damage.
AC.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. Oh,
Oh.
never mind.
Marked.
Okay, so there was 2 working portals still on one wall, correct?
Yeah, and the one on the stage. Oh wait, no. There's one
Stage-
working portal on the wall and one on the stage.
Okay.
Because I've taken out 3 on the wall. You said there was 4.
Yep.
I haven't touched the stage.
One of the so let's see, that knocks. Basically, people that were going for ones on the working ones. Basically, is like each round hit, disappear out. Some more of the basically the rest of them are still sort of like trying. 6 of them are still trying to go to these things, and ones will work out that it's not working and move
Yeah.
on. So 6 are basically busy doing that, and a handful, let's say a couple each, on each of you, are drawing their weapons and attacking. So on Mr. Leland,
Hey, what's attacking me?
some of the gang folk.
With what?
Oh, you're up in the air.
I'm on the ceiling.
You see a couple of them in the background, sort of like just like pulling crossbows and starting to like actually like pull the string back, but it takes a round to load up. 2 against each of you. So against Mr. Goida. What is your AC?
What'd you roll?
I'm sorry.
I asked second. It's 20.
It's 20. Okay, so
Oh.
both those miss. Other guy both miss. Against you,
Disadvantage.
first attack miss. Second miss. Oh, okay, the fourth one will hit.
You don't know my AC.
Is it less than 19?
No.
Also, he has your AC on his screen there.
Okay, fine.
That's what D&D Beyond does.
Take your 3 damage, sir.
I don't want.
Because I rolled a 1 on my damage dice.
Thank you, Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And it's going to be about another round before the cops get through the front door. So,
Shit.
We got this.
back at the top with Master Larcombe.
So that ogre that hit me, how bad is he looking right now?
He's got some couple of pretty decent sized gashes running down the back of his, down his back, which is just like pissing blood out. He's looking wobbly.
I'm gonna do dumb things.
Okay.
Am I considered in melee combat with him right now?
I would say so.
Sorry, let's stop chatting.
Or did he like reach to hit me, or did getting pushed away sort of nudge me out of close combat? Do I have disadvantage for
I would say no.
Eldritch Blast?
I would say no.
Okay. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast him.
Yep.
Eldritch Blast the ogre. And I'm gonna, just because this is a desperate situation, and how fucked am I? I'm about on half health. Bit under half health. I'm gonna put a little English on it. Put a little bit of corruption in there.
Oh yeah.
So I'm picturing so the corruption thing is on my left hand.
Yep.
I usually use Roderick with my right hand. So I tell me if this is taking liberties or whatever, but I grab Roderick with my left hand, and the black veins and stuff start
Pulsating, and there's a little bit of mist. Sorry, microphone. Just a mist that starts pouring out of these veins.
Yeah, and I think I'll do two hits of corruption.
Yep.
So the first one will have 1 extra d6, and the second one will have 2 extra d6.
Mm-hmm.
If I understand how this works
That's
correctly.
Yep.
So do the first one, the first Eldritch Blast at him. So okay, well I missed with the first one.
What's your...
It's 13.
That hits.
Oh.
His AC is not great. He's big
Okay.
and hulking and slow.
All right. Well, so that is going to be a D10 plus a D6 plus 5 damage.
Yep.
11 damage.
Yep.
And I'm taking a point of corruption.
Yep.
So now I roll a Constitution check.
Yes, I believe so.
I don't pass.
Okay.
I roll a D4. I've been reading how to do it.
Yep.
So, what was that? It's a 1.
Did I have the list there? What?
A 1's good.
I'm doing it from memory.
No, doesn't say on this. Disease or mental illness. Roll a d4 to determine what table in the damage, disease, or mental illness he needs to roll.
All right, just give me a sec. I can load up the...
Sorry, that's not in my thing here.
Yeah, that's right. All right.
So it was a 1 on the d4.
Roll me a D100.
84. Do I die? Do I just die?
Yes.
Oh, God, go to stop.
This is why I turn off notifications for this chat.
You're literally the worst.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. You start sort of patting down your pockets. You're sort of looking around. You're just got that sort of real craving for the old meat you used to have on the boat.
He's back.
Bueno.
You're patting down. Just a little bit disappointed you don't have some of that little wyvern offal jerky still sitting around.
Okay, for the moment between casting my next Eldritch Blast, which I'm going to fire at the ogre again. Oh wait, did I roll damage? I did roll damage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oof.
There's only one you actually cast.
Yeah.
It adds to the damage.
Of course.
That's alright.
That's my turn, guys. That's my dumb, stupid fucking turn.
You did some damage.
I did 11 damage.
That's
Hey, I did 4.
That's right. That's why I'm here.
Yeah. No, this is great, guys. This has been great. I'm glad it took so fucking long too. I'm glad I just derailed the game
Go
for
team!
No,
employing dumb
you're all-
rules.
You're all good.
No, right. No, thank you for participating. You know?
Alright. Ogre is going for the one that stabbed him real good.
So the monk?
I do have a lot of knives.
You funny guy. Alright.
A little bit.
You're funny.
Actually, in drow culture, I'm considered quite funny.
You're
Drows
funny.
have culture?
You're funny, drow.
25 to hit.
That is
That is sufficient.
sufficient.
And, God fucking sake, right? 8 damage.
I will evade and make that 4 damage.
Is your reaction correct?
Correct. because it's funny. Yeah.
Pop it.
Hi,
Hi.
there's an Etten on me.
There is.
I would like to dissonantly whisper at the
what's
Etten
happening?
because I want it to go away from me because it's very big and scary and it hurt me.
Okay.
So wisdom. Doing this at the second level
Yep.
with the charges in the Arcanist
What's the effect
Star.
that it does?
This is da-di-da-di-da. The target makes a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it takes at the second level it'll be 4d6 psychic damage and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from me. It won't move into dangerous ground. On a successful save, it takes half as much damage and doesn't move away.
Okay, cool.
So Wisdom 17.
Does not pass.
Oh, thank God. So that's 4d8, 4d6 because it was the second level, and it moves its speed away from me. 5, 10, 14, 20.
Nice.
Go away.
And then it lumbers away from you.
Oh, I reacted to something in a free strike. Boo.
Sorry?
I reacted. You know, it's still worthwhile to take 4 damage.
That was my action.
That was your action.
So my bonus action
If I use
is
my reaction,
dodge.
I can't do a free strike.
What'd you use your action for?
To take like less damage.
Oh, right, yeah.
patient defense. Please,
Uh,
please, for love of God,
huh.
patient defense.
It is yours. You get your reaction back now.
Hooray! So who's surrounding us? Anyone surrounding us, or we're still like?
You've got some of the gang members on you and the ogre.
Oh, the ogre ran. Obviously, someone else that ran.
Etten.
Etten.
Oh,
There is two giant
the
kin
two. There
creatures.
are two bad things. I thought it was the. Okay, so I'll attack the bad
There's
thing.
just the general thugs that are attacking us as well.
We're doing all those.
Thugs and thugs and
So I'll
thugs.
attack the ogre.
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 That's going to be a 20.
That hits,
Cool.
as
And
we
then,
established.
and then
Doesn't have the highest AC.
the other one. That's going to be a 26.
Yep.
Sail away, sail away.
Here are all the dice you
sail
prepared
away.
earlier.
It's fucking nice.
Okay.
Yes, that'll do.
That's 20. That's 30. That's 35 points of damage.
Oh, I forgot to put it. I just rolled the how long your madness will last.
How long?
20
You'll
minutes.
find out. Oh.
Not too bad.
It's not that long to
No.
be craving Werven guts.
35 points of damage.
35 on the ogre.
The second one was a hit. 10 points of damage.
45 all up. Alright, it is not looking healthy.
Anybody got any Werven guts?
We'll have ogre guts soon.
I know this isn't a good time, but just anybody?
I mean, there's a barrel near the kobolds.
And then I'll basically move around from the front and kind of go behind him a bit more. Like, always just be kind of
Ducking, weaving,
ducking and weaving.
sticking, poking. Stick and poke, stick and poke. That's a thing, right?
Yeah.
Give him the old stick and poke.
Ew.
Don't make this weird. God, you're so disgusting.
Gross, man. Okay. The
Talking about killing people.
the dissonant whispers that you did, that doesn't stop preventing him coming back
Oh,
in?
no.
Okay. Alright, so he's coming back in.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's not that greatly impressed by...
He was wrecked by pain, but yeah, meh.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright. He's going after you again, since you're...
With this advantage,
Yes.
my AC is 17.
And the second strike. No. You're just like dodging this battle axe and this mace. And it's like, oh god.
You're like
oh god,
between
oh
its
god.
heads, so it can't get a good like
Trying to
view.
get a
on you.
good view, and I'm very, low, short. It's very big.
Okay. 2 more of the gang guys make their way out. So use another 6 that are still. And the 2 that were cocking the crossbows are now ready.
Gonna murder me now.
I'm going to try.
It's time for them. Time for them to murder me now.
Okay, so I'll just roll them together.
The trick is not to get hit.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's a good trick because they're basically like in this whole sort of mess of things that are going on. Like there's people running around all over the place. There's two giant creatures that are just swinging clubs around, just valiantly missing the little halfling that's just sort of bouncing around. And these two crossbow bolts just kind of like shooting out of the crowd and just like hit the timbers either side of you.
What did I say?
I rolled both of them, and both of them I rolled 3 on the dice.
That's
Nice.
that's not a high number.
And
It's consistent.
their plus is not great. It is not like 10 or 20.
Cool.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have needed to be.
No, it would have needed to be a 20, yeah.
The couple that are on you. One hits there.
Is
It
that
does 4
seagulls?
damage.
Okay.
And the other guy. Your AC is 20, correct?
Yes.
That misses.
Show off.
Rogue tanks.
Now
Yes.
I'm gonna roll
Hi.
a bunch of dice on you.
Thank you.
No.
Makes sense.
Looking for a
No.
17.
No.
Rockin' and rolling.
Down to the beach I'm strolling.
Jesus Christ. Alright. The front door of this sort of like crack open. And the basically one by one, like the squadron of cops start piling in, and they basically like,
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Arrest everybody.
they're basically just going around. They got like the essentially like the nightstick club sort of thing going along,
Oi, oi, oi.
and they're sort of just going in there and just like playing fucking whack-a-mole with a bunch of various crims around the place. So
Stuff.
there's just a whole mess of things I'm not going to worry about rolling dice for. It's just there is.
The thing where like it's just happening in the background, sort of out of focus, but we're paying attention to the center melee sort of thing.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It just takes a bunch of things out of the equation that I don't have to worry about rolling for the moment.
Are they like sort of handling the portal-y side of things?
They are basically just rushing in and taking stock of the situation and basically just dealing with what was right in front of them first off. So they basically just run into the melee and just pretty much just
Okay.
wailing with reckless abandon.
Got it.
Excellent. We
Leland.
train them well.
I'll yell at the soldiers. Tell them, cut them off from getting to that rune on the walls.
The one near the stage.
I'll point at the ones that are still active and say, stop them doing that.
Yep.
I might shift my mystical ire to the Etten now.
Yep.
It seems dangerous. And I'm gonna Eldritch Blast him.
Yep.
So Eldritch Blast the Etten. That's a 24
Oh yeah.
with some corruption on it.
Mm-hmm.
So now it is a D10 plus 2D6.
Yep.
Plus 5. 6. 11. 13. 18 damage.
18 damage.
Yep. And I rolled a 3.
Did you want to roll your con save?
Oh, the con save. No.
Okay, so a 3.
And 90. I'm just gonna be loaded up with like just dumb shit right now. Leland's decided he's gonna see how this goes.
Okay.
What's the worst that can happen?
You
Are
just
on
sort of-
fire.
You are like feet on the roof, looking at this whole situation. You basically just see the Keystone cops rolling in through the front doors. You see Hana and and Poppet just like dancing around these two giant kin
Actually, I think
creatures.
it'd be quite beautiful, like whoop, 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 just like
It's just these two are just like boop, 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 just like bouncing around. These two just not getting hit by fuck all. Is all these
It's quite beautiful,
like it's
really.
like this is like a comedy of ridiculousness just taking place underneath you, and you find it just absolutely hilarious. Essentially, you had the floor of I can't take anything seriously. The more serious the situation, the funnier I find it. So basically, it's just Leland cranked up to 11.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what'd be funny though? If I do that again. So this is again at the Eton.
Yep.
That's
This
like
is what I
a
wanted. I
20
wanted you to really crank this thing
24?
up. So get some fucking stupid combinations going.
And I will. So 24 hits, right? Yeah. And I will put another thing on it because it seems funny. So now it's plus 3d6.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 8 plus. So that's 13, 17, 19,
24.
24. It's a 19 on my con save.
You essentially got to roll a 20.
I got to
correct?
roll a 20.
Yeah. Every now and then it may happen.
Maybe. So that's a 2 on the...
D100.
That's a 20.
20.
Can we just hear cackling from above?
Okay. You looking again, sort of looking at this whole thing going on beneath you, and it's just like everything happening there just sort of starts morphing and changing, and like your whole vision sort of goes into like hyper colorized, and you sort of see like these people that are like swinging clubs, and all of a sudden they swing, and it extends like it's made of like rubber or jelly, and like flails around, and everything you see sort of has this whole sort of sensation like everything's sort of made of sort of rubber or jelly, and everything is just like wobbly and wibbly and hyper colorized,
and in the
and
distance you hear that. I like it. Jelly. Plain
But you are
jelly for me.
experiencing, and so
Leland's had a bad trip.
this is a bad trip, Rebels,
It's an alright trip. So far.
so far.
I wouldn't want to be fighting a battle right now.
And you're sort of just looking over this whole fight, and everything just looks ridiculous to the nth degree. And then all of a sudden, just like flash in front of your vision, like it's 5 centimeters in front of your face. You see this flash, and it's this gaunt, partly sort of rotted face of a hammerhead soldier, and then it's just like gone. All right, the ogre. You're all done, yeah.
Yeah. How's the Eton looking? I did some magic to him.
You did some magic to him. He is also not looking real good. The ogre is going to
What
try.
about the other face?
Ogre's going to try and take a swing at Leland. I'll roll 2 dice.
I don't have it. Yeah.
18.
That'll do it.
13 damage, bludgeoning.
Bad. That's
And you what? So yeah, what you guys see is, this ogre's basically raised his club and basically pretty much just rung Leland's bell. And from your perspective, you've been slapped in the face with a large, cold, wet sturgeon.
Oof.
Oh, wow, that was great.
I'm almost dead, by the way.
Pop it.
Just out of if anybody's
Excellent.
curious.
I was. Still am.
Okay.
What?
Wait, that was funny.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Just don't let it happen again. If
No.
anyone's going to be laughing inappropriate right now, it's me.
Okay, so we need to... Because the thing is, the yoga's bloody hurting Leyland.
He finds it hilarious.
That's true, Leyland's just laughing, so I don't really know how hurt he is.
I'm bleeding profusely, though.
He physically looks...
Okay.
And it's all dripping downwards because I'm standing on the ceiling.
Okay, so we're just fighting in a ever-growing pool of Leland's blood.
From your perspective, you
Oh,
sort of
this
see this.
blood feels so good in my body.
I mean, maybe half of it would.
Oh.
The other half. Ugh.
Okay.
You see these blood drips and everything coming from around your your peripheral vision and sort of floating down towards the ground. And as they're going, they're going through the the wavelengths of light. It's like the whole spectrum of color that hit the ground. And you almost see the ripples of sound coming off it.
One pill makes you smile.
Okay, so I'm trying to get the ogre away from Leland. We will whisper dissonantly again, just to try and make him move away from Leland. Or get
pretty
attention,
sure I do
or-
not save there.
Wisdom 17?
Yeah, no. I got a minus in wisdom.
Second level. Well, that's a 6. That's a 7. That's a 10. That's 11 points of damage.
Okay, this thing here,
And it advances away.
the ogre sort of grabs hold of its head, it's racked in pain, and starts.
That's literally what the spell says, yeah.
Racked in
Isn't
pain.
this the Etten? The
ogre?
Racking it with terrible pain.
It's holding its head and starts stumbling forwards away from you, and then sort of at the end of its thing, it just collapses forward.
Oh, good.
And there's actually crushing beneath it a couple of the gang people that are floating around the place.
Those are the preferable ones to crush. Thank you.
Oh wow, we're all of a sudden all coughing.
Hannah.
You got the black
lung.
The ogre is dead, by the way.
The ogre.
I gathered
is
from the
dead.
whole dramatic, avenge me.
So I'll just patient defense as my bonus.
Ent's in comment with old mate over there, isn't he?
Yes.
Cool, I'll leave.
Yeah.
Disengage action.
Reasonable.
Bye.
Just randomly curious. What's Vicky doing during all this?
She left out the back.
Oh, she left that back first. All right, sorry. Yeah.
I told her to go.
Good thing that.
I will stab at the Ent.
Yep.
That will be 15.
Yes.
Nice.
It's a good.
Not so nice. 8, 10, 17, 20 points of damage. That's a lot of 1s and 2s.
20 points. Alright.
Second swing. That's better. That's 27.
Maths.
6 plus 7.
13.
Thank you. 13 points of damage. My brain just went nope, not working.
Nah. Tell him
sort
he's
of-
dreaming.
You're sort of slicing at this thing and you've got this one face has got this cut across the cheek, is like bleeding all the way down through like this scruffy beard that's going on.
Scruffy looking nerve herder.
Hey,
Nerve herder.
the other face is just like sort of howling in anger at the fact that you've basically been slashing at his brother. Yeah, brother.
Story checks out.
I mean, okay.
And he's coming back at you.
Oh no.
Battle axe is coming at you.
Eden had 2 turns.
No, 'cause I was
No,
last.
the Essen was after me.
But it's attacked me.
The ogre attacked you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Nah,
know
bad.
they're very similar. They're both giant kin. They've both got similar sort of.
I thought the Eden attacked me, so I just
Yeah,
misunderstood
it's
what
always
happened.
It's been on me.
Been flinging at him.
Now going to take
Uh,
all the heat.
21? 21 hits, yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
No. 14 damage
I
from the
will
battle
halve
axe. And follows up with the Morning Star. Rolls a 1.
Let me just check the maths.
He basically is like,
That's a miss.
That's a bad miss.
you see him,
Close
just,
though.
he like winds up with this Morning Star in the left hand and like tries to bring it directly down on you, but basically brings it right down on the head of one of the thugs that was sort of trying to sort of take you down. It's just like part of his skull is just like exposed to the open air, and the rest of the skull is over there somewhere.
So again, the trick is not to get hit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good teamwork with the Etten there. Yeah.
All right. At this point here,
Wait, what?
Getting the Etten to kill the other guy. Teamwork.
actually no, one thug's still on you. Don't think that's quite going to make it. I think they've only got plus. Oh no, they'll make it. This is 21.
Ugh.
8 damage.
Ugh.
Nope. The other ones that were shooting crossbows at you are now currently engaged in combat with 2 jellyfish that are attacking them.
I love it.
I really enjoy describing like
Corruption.
A psychedelic drug trip.
essentially that or hallucinations and stuff like that. It's great fun because you can just do just weird shit. A couple of the gang members are sort of trying to make their way to the portal key, the port key things. Port keys, essentially, they've ended up being, haven't they? But they're basically getting rounded up by the cops.
The causes.
The constabulary.
Leland.
You know what'd be pretty funny right now. I got a good one.
Who are you talking to? Oh no.
Leland is going to extend his black veiny hand
Yep.
and point it at the Etten
Oh yes.
and send his corruption points into one of the heads.
Oh, this is gonna be sad times for Mr. Etten.
So he takes a DC 20 con save.
I know. It's got a 2 in it.
On a failure, it takes a D10 per point pledged.
Yep.
So that's 3D10. So that's 11, 19 points of damage.
Yep.
And I guess it takes mental thingies.
Yeah, at this point, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah?
Oh, okay. Yeah, you basically,
I thought it'd be interesting if it was only one head and not the other. And then I've got to roll a d6 to see what happens with the purging.
Yep.
So, this d6. Oh, that's the bad one!
what's the other one?
I take d6 damage per point purged, so I take 3d6 damage.
This could
This could kill me. Do you want to roll 3d6 damage?
You want me to do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oof.
That could have been bad.
Oofa doofa. 6
6 damage.
damage. Alright.
That's classic Ryan 3d6 rolling right there.
Jillikers.
That takes me back.
Oh boy. I love War Machine. Yeah.
So you missed the Juggernaut.
How?
Alright, well that's my charges gone.
Yep.
And I guess the effects gone as well.
You sort of like, extend the left hand and like purge this power off, this corruption off you. As you do, like the color in your vision just like drains, and it almost looks like you're like firing sort of like.
Gross.
Well, it starts off. It looks like you're firing like liquid candy out of your hand. It's like a rainbow made into syrup. Like flying out of your hands, and then like all the color sort of drains out of the room and sort of back to like that somber, dark, sort of decrepit old place, and the last little bits of the color in this corruption that you're purging out of you phase, and you just see the tail of it just being this viscous black mist, not mist.
Oh, that's less appealing.
Interesting.
What happens to the Itten?
Basically, the one head you're sort of channeling this into, like the right eye just like blackens right through, like all the pupil widens, and then the iris goes dark, and like these dark veins and start to cloud across all the sclera, to the point where like his whole eye is just like this swirling darkness, and then it's just like starts like draining this like oily liquid out of the base of his like eye socket, and the corners of his mouth, and it's like his whole head just like God, like almost like deflates. Like everything inside his head has just become this like oily, like grave oil, and just starts pouring out from every orifice in his face. Is just like pouring out as like his skull sort of dissolves in its own.
Is the other head okay?
The other head is fine. It's dead, like the whole body has died, but the head that you channel this into is having a bad time.
I thought that would be an unpleasant thing to have to deal with if the other Etten head managed to pull through.
And just watch this happen to
Yeah.
its brother.
From this point on, the cops,
I feel a little bad.
the squadron sort of gets through and like rallies, so rounds up the remaining about 10 or so gang members that were in the building remaining. The Etten is dead, the ogre is dead, the hag got away, Vicky got away.
What happened to that drow?
And yeah, you guys are out of combat.
I think we killed her.
She must have gotten away.
One of the
What draft?
the leaders of the squadrons come up to you as like, Officer
Oh crap!
Hilltopple,
Yes.
what happened here?
The escaped prisoners.
Is this everyone?
No. They got away. These ones didn't get away.
Actually, I don't even know if you know that much.
I don't know that much. I don't know anything.
Leland walks down the wall back onto the
So
solid
here when
ground.
you got here.
Starts throwing up blood.
Drink one of your potions.
I just need a minute. We need to get. I mean, another wizard. Like, we've got wizard people. We need to get these port key things locked down.
We've destroyed most of them.
Yeah, but there's still like the one on. I'm like, we need to get somebody like another wizard, a wizard who isn't pissing blood right now, to like look at that and figure out where it goes and something.
Of course, we'll get right onto that. Do you need looking up? Looking up.
Yes.
Do you require healing? Do you require?
Yes, very much so. Hold on. Vomits more blood.
Oh, stop being so melodramatic.
How are you two doing? Because I think you took some hits as well, right?
Yeah, I'm still over 50%.
You want to know how many hit
Same.
points I got left?
Is it 1?
It's more than 1.
3?
It's 3.
Nice.
Oh,
I'll give a cure wounds.
yeah, that would have done.
That would have done it, yeah.
Literally Ryan.
I would have done it,
36
and then I would have fallen off the ceiling and lost the death save as well.
Well, you would have had
Yeah.
one death save to make. You
Yeah,
would
no, it's fine.
you'd have had a chance.
I'll play your little song of cure wounds. If I can find the die.
Once again, we've done it.
That's a
exceptionally
2. That's not a 2. That's a 6. That's
In light, it was a
13.
little tune of cure wounds.
13.
I'll stop being shitty. 30 is actually a good heal.
Well, there were 2 2s in there.
Thank you. That was very nice.
That's all I've got.
The squadron leader of this one of these cops is like talking to some of his squad is like, you two escort these officers up to Freya's. They need seeing to.
I need to be carried. I do believe I have the vapors.
You are
I'll
pretty
skip
beaten up,
perfectly
right? You are. How bad are you?
I'm 43 out of 80.
Okay, so
I am.
probably the most injured you've ever.
I am the rogue tank.
Carpet's out back.
Good.
I think Leland's like sitting down on the ground now, like splayed out, just like.
Because you have had
Not only did I
Quite
get
the-
like the life beaten out of me, I also just had a weird psycho trip.
Oh, yeah.
I walk into human flesh. Sorry, beef jerky. It's beef jerky.
Lost your appetite.
No, I'll take it.
Just get human flesh. I'll do a quick little searcheroo. Looked like there was like people setting up here to sleep and stuff like that, like little.
investigate.
That's a D20 dice roll. That is. This is a bar.
What is it?
I rolled a 4. I think I add plus 8 to that. So that's 12.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you're looking around. You don't see any sort of bedding or bed rolls or anything around. That's what you were looking for. You didn't find any.
Is this the place that I saw in the first vision? Because the first vision had the Lady Drow in it. Is this the place I saw the Lady Drow?
Forget about the Lady Drow already. It's not an issue.
Are you actually telling me that? Because that would be pretty guilty for you to actually say out loud. Just saying.
Yeah,
Right now, all my suspicions are entirely consistent with what I've legitimately seen, and like,
it's true.
that she would stick out to me because she is the person that spoke to me while I was disguised and came in. So like, I noticed her, and
Sorry.
she was in the vision that I saw. And really, my thinking right now is, the vision was of the place where all the stuff was, and I'm trying to figure out if this is the place where the stuff we described to.
From your recollection, there you heard the sound of
The dogs.
seagulls and ducks and everything. This is not that sort of area.
Meh. I thought we might be able to find all the shit that was stolen.
That's right. Obviously, the hag's behind it all, so I have to follow on her wherever she is. That's where.
Palpatine's behind it all.
That's right. How do you close the door? Is it one of these buttons? I think if we can focus our efforts on the hag.
I mean, yeah.
You didn't tell us about the speech about the benefactor.
Well, you were. Wait.
I doubt.
There wasn't. No.
No, it's right. I just remember what
No, you wouldn't
I've
know
heard
that part.
from you and what I know. But it's kind of what I've seen, like the hag seems to be behind it all. And if we can focus our efforts on tracking her down.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
drow
think of the
said
hag.
that there was going to be a speech from the benefactor, but then the hag only said they were rumbled and to get the fuck out. So that they didn't have the speech. The hag may not be the benefactor.
No, because she seems to be, I guess, the
Point.
key leaders, like the.
Yeah, point man for the, or at least is their logistics. The hag seems to be the one that's setting up all the runes.
If we can get her, we can shut this down in some neat little package.
All right,
Did all that.
I believe I've got a date with the sexy elf nurse in the Temple of Freya.
Oh my god, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I forgot about the High Priestess.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Why isn't this working? I valiantly rumbled this whole place. Valiantly. At great risk to my self.
Just because it was a stupid plan doesn't mean it was valiant.
I go get the cup and fly into Leland.
We fly to him like,
Just keeps flying past. Sucker!
Was that 16 points of damage?
While you're going out getting the carpet, you see a couple of the squadron officers sort of like, you know, rolling out like a makeshift little stretcher, and they're sort of like one's sort of like signaling for you to like just lay down, officer.
I'm so hurt. I'm so hurt.
And you sort of lay down on this
Please
cloth
don't-
between two sticks, and
Please don't jostle me.
they sort of like get either side of you, like, you know, like 1, 2, 3, and like lift you up, and then basically sort of like start marching out the front doors. And
If I don't make it, Hannah, I want you to know I hate you.
I cast charm person.
oh no, I'm sorry. I love you so much.
Do I get to resist charm person?
No,
Do you
Is that a
actually have
charisma?
charm
Is
person?
that
I do
a?
have charm person.
Is that a?
How do you
Wiz-
have charm person?
I'm a
Because
wizard.
of his sparkling personality.
No, seriously. Do you want to roll it? I have advantage against being charmed.
I was gonna say, what's the thing I can do that annoys you?
So yeah, you get the carpet and start and fly around to the front
As
door.
like that, as he says that,
Oh no.
I'll tell him a secret.
Oh no.
I can do magic too. And I'll just do druidcraft and make him smell like a skunk.
That's fine. That's fine.
As you're doing this, and they're sort of taking him out the front door, ready to take him up to Freya's temple. Poppet.
I think you got sprayed by a skunk. You go,
Oh, God.
pee.
Poppet sort of comes down to land on the carpet on that side there, and you sort of see Leland being carried out on a stretcher.
You also smell Leland.
You probably smell him first. It's a bad way.
I just like prestidigitate some air freshener just around me.
Poppet, it's very important. Hannah can do magic now.
Can't everyone?
Well, fucking apparently, but like,
I do fairy fire. Like, I've always been doing magic.
Darkness.
no, that's just
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Yeah,
that. No, okay, that's not magic. That's just drow shit.
that's what I meant.
That's like, oh, squids can do magic because they like poop out ink.
That's
That's just like drows poop up fairy fire. That's a thing.
clearly what I meant as my hood charges up. If you took it some other way, that's
hold
not
on a
my
second.
fault.
When you said that you do magic, I like did detect magic.
Yeah, I'm wearing magical shit.
Okay, but I also see the school of the spell that you just cast on me.
Which is just
I don't know what it is.
Be trained me. language.
It is at will.
Transmutation. Probably.
That's how.
It's transmutation.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay. See, I can play this game too. I can play this game all day long.
Just like all my other abilities.
Do you wear your cloak at the time? Like all the time? Or is that the sort of thing you only put on when you want to use it?
Yeah, it'd be just a cow based like a normal. It doesn't. Got no description, so it's not like a fanciful sort of cow, just like a normal sort of.
So yeah,
Black
your
cloak, which
detect
was
magic,
had.
you sort of pick up on. I think you've got a couple of magical weapons at this point here, and the cowl.
Look
sort
at the
of-
boots, the armor.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff going on, like the cowl, the armor, and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, you get all that.
But also, like,
And you just-
legitimately casting a spell. I'd
He's
say.
legitimately casting a spell.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
didn't.
bit of a
He didn't
cheeky
throw a stink bomb at you.
Yeah.
Well, he did.
You don't
It's a
get to
magic one.
share a secret and then retroactively go, but you don't know that secret.
No, I was teasing. She would like to him like he knows magic now. I'm going, but I've always known magic.
Yeah, cool. No, that's cool. Cool.
And
I
I
was
just
teasing
assume
you
Well,
because you're dying and you smell.
because I'm dying and I smell bad.
That's right.
Everyone poops when they die. you just really just got ahead of the crowd.
But seriously, though, I'm taking my extra charge back.
There's a level where Leland's like, oh, thank God for the skunk thing.
Just like checking his trousers, like, oh no, not again.
Which one of you cowards pooped in my pants?
Oh, it's funny.
Oh, fuck.
Love to laugh.
But I think at that point there, we could probably call this session a session.
Yeah, that's actually pretty well
And
timed.
be like,
That was fun. That was a fun one.
whoa, I'm sure glad we got out of that one. Well, how will we start next week? Find out when we're back on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, or YouTube, or follow us, at isolatedcitygaming@gmail.com.